Hello there, everybody. My name might possibly be Bwarch, and hey, we're here with the game, the Adult Swim Games challenge that I'm doing. Not quite a Let's Play, we're just gonna do, like, almost a review video, I would say. So this is Super Puzzle Platformer Deluxe. Quite a mouthful, isn't it? So, quickly go ahead and look at the options here. You can set your controls, blast processing. I'm not sure if that's a joke. Frickin' option or not, really. Full screen on or off. The default resolution is kind of weird. It's 1280 by 800. It's a little bit weird. It's a little bit strange, but hey. So if you look down there at the bottom, this game is apparently made by just two peeps, right? One guy doing the whole game and one guy doing the music. That's pretty impressive, but the game has its problems for being that way, I think. I don't know. Like, I have some fundamental issues with the game. So let's go ahead and let's drive in and I can tell you what's going on with the game. Tell you some of my thoughts about it. You unlock your characters, you only have this first guy at the very beginning. Each one has their own specialty and each one has their own special. This guy can shoot a laser, fast attack, which isn't really all that fast, honestly, unless I'm using it wrong. Double damage, this guy has lasers that can shoot both ways. And my personal favorite, double jump, because double jump is the single best frickin' ability in any platformer. And this is partially a platformer, so hey, mostly a platformer, really. So we'll get and start off on the first level here, Troublesome Tech. So, the basic formula of the game is combining the elements of a mix-and-match puzzle game, I want to say. What the heck would you call Tetris? That is a puzzle game, isn't it? But it doesn't feel right to call it a puzzle because there's not actually puzzles in it. But you guys get what I mean, though. It's a Tetris-like. It's copying, like, the elements of that, where you mix and match kind of these elements. So, you can shoot the blocks, and the more blocks that are matched together, the more points that you get for it. These shards will level you up. The leveling system is also your health system, so if you get hit by one of these blocks and you get smashed down by one of them, you lose a level. And then if you go all the way down to level 1 and then you get smashed, you die. That's one way to die. The other way to die is with unique blocks that are in each stage. So each stage will have unique kill blocks that if you get hit by them, you'll die almost instantly. This one I believe has some fun ones. There's like turrets, there's like blocks that will like get a chainsaw coming out of them slowly, and if you touch that chainsaw, that is instant death. So those unique blocks in each stage you're really going to want to look out for. Here we go, here's some unique blocks, these spikes. And how you clear them is just by clearing a block that's next to them. So if I can go down and clear this, and that's how you do that. And you just gotta watch out. And it's pretty simple. Now, the biggest problem I have with this game is, like, a fundamental, like, misunderstanding of, like, usually if you die, like, fairly quickly in a game, you want to have a quick startup. Most games understand this. V understands this. Super Meat Boy understands this. I Want to Be the Guy even understands this. If you die very quickly, you want to have a quick startup so the player can get back into the game. Now the thing is, with this game, you can die very quickly with these instant kill blocks, if you're not paying attention to them, but the startup is, it almost takes like forever for something to actually happen, for the danger to actually be there. Like, one of the things about this game is that out of all of the Adult Swim games that I've taken a look at thus far, this is by far the easiest one. And it just required a whole bunch of, like, almost tedium. I'm not sure how much I'm enjoying this game. Like, to a certain degree, it's kind of a mindless kind of game. So you can just, like, what I did was I just threw on a couple of podcasts. I watched a little bit of Game Grumps and podcasted that. And that was how I got my enjoyment out of it, was just doing that and being mindless about it. And that was enjoyable. But was it enjoyable because of the game, or was it enjoyable just because I found something to kill some time with? I don't know. But it is something that is a neat little time waster. And I do have to admit that I do respect that a game that is this kind of solid was made by one fella, pretty much. That's always kind of respectable when you can see a game like that, because that takes a ton of work. And just the fact that the guy probably programmed and did the art. And it's not very often that you can find somebody who has the mind for both of those tasks. Now let me get out of here. The levels are infinite, so mostly you're going to be there until you meet some certain goals. When you first start up with the game, you're going to find that each new level is unlocked by getting a certain number of crystals in it. I don't mean the shards, I mean like the actual crystals. Crystals are like these big like diamond-looking things that you get if you get enough points or after you clear a certain combo or something. I'm not too sure about it. Let me go and look to give you a hint of here. So if you look up there in the top right, that best 55, that diamond right there, you'll see those showing up. And this first level, like, to unlock the second level, I had to get, like, 5 diamonds, maybe. The 5th level required you getting, like, 40 diamonds, and so on and so forth. And there's about, like, 7 levels in all. Would I recommend this game for other people to play? Not really. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, I want to like this game, but I have problems with it. And it wasn't the, I love the concept, but not exactly the execution of it. And just, at a certain degree, are like waiting for something to happen in the level, you know? Like, I almost wish that they threw... Oh my god, there's a bug on me. Ah, get away. Ah, frick. Ow! Hit my hand. Anyway. But what I did enjoy was these challenges. So, these challenges were very, very fun to do, actually. They're white when you first find them, and then when they're yellow, you beat the, that means that you beat the challenge. So you can keep track of what you've beaten and what you haven't. These challenges were fun. They reminded me of the challenge mode in the new Super Mario Bros. Games, wherein you would have to do a certain task for a certain amount of time. And those were actually pretty fun. They were actually kind of unique for being how bad the main game of those games were. So let me go ahead and go into one of these and show you what's going on. Let's go for spikes. So, fun story with spikes. At first, I thought that this was an impossible thing to actually beat. Like, I could not for the life of me figure out how to do this, because there's this one part coming up here where you will have to do a thing that I didn't know that you could actually do. You've got to run left over the spikes. And that was something that I just did not expect at all. I didn't think that these were safe to jump on. Oh, we lost at the very end there. It's a little bit of a pity, too, because it said 0-0, and usually when it says 0-0, you actually just stop in midair and then you win. But yeah, you kind of understand like how these challenges go, and they're actually kind of fun. They're not randomly generated like the main game is. They are very deliberate in their design, and it's enjoyable for that, so you won't find a situation that you'll get into where it's like impossible to get out of. Everything in here is very deliberate. To explain what I mean by deliberate, let's go ahead and look at the TNT challenge. The TNT challenge. Alright, so these TNT blocks, once they drop on top of each other, once the plunger is hit, they will be set off. So you just gotta avoid them. They have a radius of about... Damn it! I was doing that all wrong, actually. And also, I thought I was the ninja guy, I believe. The challenges are kind of interesting, because they'll switch you back and forth, usually between this guy and the ninja guy, depending on if they want you to have the float down ability or the double jump ability. I just want to show myself beating one of these on screen, because I didn't beat the other one on screen, even though I probably should have, so hey. And same thing with the spikes, as long as you don't jump on these, you'll actually be fine. It never really tells you that, so... God damn it, I thought I was outside of the radius there. Because you don't want to go all the way to the left there. Anyway, let's go to a different challenge, just to show these off, because these are really, really fun, actually. Let me see. Glass Splitters, I believe, was one of my favorites. One of my absolute frickin' favorites. Because these guys, as you're standing on them, they will break more and more and more, so the object of the entire thing is to try and not jump on them too much. Although I think this challenge was made a little bit too easy. I remember it being a little bit more easier than you might think. Then we got these drills that come down. It's great fun. It's just, I almost wish that this was the main game, and then the endless modes were the stuff that, like, wasn't concentrated on so much. I don't know, I found myself enjoying, like, this deliberate design, like, knowing, oh yeah, all of this was designed. All of these situations are stuff that you are meant to be able to survive. Whereas, with the randomly generated main game, you might get into a situation that, you know, you're not thinking fast enough, or you might not be able to predict it. Not the funnest kind of shenanigans. Let me show one more here, really. Morningstars. This... Let me see, is this what I think it is? As well in the main game, the different colored blocks, like one of my favorite ones was the mansion, actually. Wherein they will throw, like, they'll actually throw, like, tombstones at you, and then there will be a ghost on top of those tombstones that you'll have to avoid. And he'll go, like, through blocks and whatnot. And that's very enjoyable. That's pretty enjoyable to actually plan around. These challenges are just so fun. They're, like, they're really, really interesting to get your mind around. Like, what exactly you want to do. Yeah. Very, very tricky kind of stuff, and it's really, really fun when you actually, like, surpass that challenge. So one thing that I wanted to mention was, I was very disappointed in one of the achievements for this game. As we go down here and we take a look at these. Unlocked rocket launcher, collected 500 block bits in a single life. That mostly makes sense, but there's one that I really, really hate. Really, really hate. I've completed almost all of these main ones. And now I've got to complete this one. Die 1,000 times. Do you understand the concept of an achievement, I want to say? Like, that's not an achievement. That's just a statistic. Just, I was listening to this Edmund McMillan frickin' interview the other day, and he was talking about achievements and how much he hates just, like, how much people don't understand, like, the concept of an achievement. Like, they'll have, like, oh yeah, beat this stage that you would do normally. Like, that's not an achievement, that's just something that you do normally. Dying is something that you just would do normally. And I'm good enough at the game to where I did not even begin to surpass this achievement. So if I want to 100% this game, I've got to just frickin' grind out deaths, which is stupid. And I'm probably going to end up doing it, because I do feel like 100%ing this game, so I've almost got all the achievements here, except for the hidden ones. As we see up here, 34 of 44, so there's probably some hidden achievements. I'll probably have to look those up to figure out what those are. Unless, of course, they're revealed once I get the last achievement, which is this death achievement. Jesus Christ. Hate it. There's almost no bosses in the game. There's mostly just gameplay. Except for this guy. This is the very last challenge that you unlocked. It's kind of an interesting, okay-ish boss. Not really. I don't know. Like, I just wonder how much criticism, like, can really be thrown at the game. Because it's like, could I do a game as good as this on my own? With just my own willpower? Probably not. Alright, so with this boss fight, the main thing is these orbs up here. You've got to just shoot them as he's doing his thing. And occasionally he'll throw instant death balls at you from his eyes, actually. Which is always fun in that... And those drills will probably instantly kill you too. So, yeah, it's just... just another case of... This boss actually takes a fair while to actually beat. I'd say about 5 minutes, maybe. And of course, you know, like, the only way that you can actually die in it is through an instant death. There's no health system in here. There's no way to get actually shards. And of course, you can have stuff like that happen where those blocks will fall down. I completely forgot about those, so I wasn't really prepared. And now you gotta go all the way back to the beginning, and you'll even see the beginning animation again. You might be able to see why I'm kind of annoyed that the game is designed in the way it is, in that there's instant deaths, but there's slow startups. It's not a good combination. It's not a good combination at all, unfortunately. Not going to show off the other characters because I don't care to. Most of the other characters just aren't that good. I don't know why you would want to play as them, but hey. Let's go to my favorite level. This is Mansion Mania. It's got some very fun, unique death blocks. The ghost that I talked about. And we'll just jump around here as our ninja fella with quick feet. Very, very quick feet. Quickest feet in the West, partner. It's amazing. And yeah, I'll probably just beat this game off screen, really. Didn't want to do a full Let's Play on it because there's not too much to talk about once you get like the very base like gameplay out of the way. So it doesn't make for that good of commentary for a Let's Play. But it's an interesting game. It's an interesting experiment. Like, I'd almost want to see something like this revisited in some other game. A little bit more polish on it, a little bit more, a little bit better designed, you know? Not to knock on the guy too much, but it just takes forever for, like, interesting things to actually happen. There's this one part where they'll start throwing blocks at you. Oh, hey, hi, Ghosty. And I think they needed to do that a little bit more often. Because, like, right here, I'm just waiting for blocks to fall. Of course, I could be getting these shards. And just waiting. And there we go. That's the thing that I'm talking about, where they'll just throw a bunch of blocks at you all of a sudden. Which is nice, and I just think they should have done that more, because you can go through these blocks, like, fairly quickly. And of course, at the bottom are spikes that, if you reach the bottom of it, you're going to die. I don't know, man. I don't even think there's, like, difficulty settings. I don't recall seeing difficulty settings. So, I don't think they exist. But I might be wrong. But yeah, just, I wanted it to be harder. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm asking too much. Especially out of just this one game. Who knows what the creators' thoughts are on it, you know? Might have just been their first game, even. And Adult Swim picked it up. Smoking Jazz. Ace! Rack up some very fun combos here. Got a diamond. There we go. Show you all what that looks like. There we go. As long as you clear things as they come, like if you let the harmful blocks like pile up and you get into the situations where like you can't easily clear them, that's where the difficulty can come in. But it's almost a unique case scenario. Really. And of course you want to watch out for these falling blocks too once they do their thing. Because you'll lose a level and you'll lose health and just... It's not hard enough. It needed more. And I often find that, like, when I die, it's when, like, I'm not really thinking that clearly. Like, I'm so bored that I'm not really paying that much attention. Like, seriously, just, you get so locked into, like, a mode of just being mindless with this game that you're not paying that much attention to actually what's going on. So then you make the mistake of not paying attention to the blocks that are falling, and then all of a sudden you're going to find yourself getting hit by an instant death block. And then you'll have to start all the way over. Oh, I do like the chandelier. This is kind of a fun little thing. Fun little stage hazard. I wish it had more stuff like that more often. You know, it's just like, if you think about it, with these blocks that are falling, it's like, it's just giving me, like, good things without, like, any... It needed more of the harmful blocks, honestly. And I wish, like, the health system was a little bit different. I don't know. I'm very heavily critical of the game. I did enjoy my time to a certain degree. But it could have been better. Could have been better, could have been better design. Let's go ahead and get this chest here and show you guys what this does. Yeah! A little bit of an animation for that, which comes every single time, no matter what. Okay, that was close. Does this kill me? Oh, I always thought that killed me. Maybe it just kills me if it falls on me. Fair enough. It makes sense. And you can rack up some massive combos. You can try and like strategize to where you get like a really, really huge swath of color going on. That's pretty fun, I suppose. But it's just not enough danger, I guess, for me. I found myself more dying on the challenges than anything else. But, yeah, I shall probably complete this game off-screen. Oh, wow, those don't even kill me instantly. So you get to see the level down thing. And you can be at maximum level 4, and there's even some achievements and some, things that can be unlocked that are due to, having that level 4. And that's great fun. Let me end this off by, showing another challenge. Why not? I love these. They were very interesting to deal with. Let me see. What was the hardest one? Oh, fire spinners. Oh god, this one frickin' drove me nuts. This was a fun one. I just wish that there was like 50 of these challenges, honestly. I don't know, I found myself really enjoying these. And they actually had some very fun ideas in them. As you can see here, we have to avoid these, and if you fall, you die. There's no avoiding it if you, oh my god, that was close. Come on, we gotta survive. We're so close. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Come on. Can I end the video off on a high point? Yeah! I love it. Ah, that one was so hard. I died, like, 40 times on that one alone. Like, yeah, I wish, like, the main game had been these challenges. I understand why they're not, I guess, because it's rather, like, disjointed, but they were fun. They were funner than the main game was for me, especially because they had a fair bit of difficulty, like, involved in them. A lot of precision, honestly. So, that's it for me. I'm gonna complete this game. I'm fairly close to completing it, I guess. I think I've already completed the main game, so I'm just 100%ing it at this point, just for the hell of it. So, this is actually going to be my first game knocked off of the Adult Swim Games Challenge. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to Maiku Wataharu for actually gifting me this game. Much appreciated for helping me out with my own little challenge. Thank you, fella. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and I shall see you for the next one.